All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in for another recording. With me, I have my mom, and today we're going to talk a little bit about being patient in the process, or at least our experience with patience. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her a question. It's going to be conversational, but I'll just ask her this question here. What does patience mean, or being patient mean to you?
Well, to me, being patient just means being able to wait until, throughout a process. If you have something doing or you're waiting for something, just being able to wait until it comes through.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
For me, I think patience is being content while waiting.
and also, it's not even all the time that being patient is waiting for something. It can also be just dealing with a situation, dealing with somebody, and it takes some form of patience dealing with it,
Yeah,
something
so
like that too.
okay, yeah. Um, but yeah, so what are some struggles that you've had with patience? Tell us a little bit about. You can give multiple
Well,
examples if you'd like.
yeah. One that I can think of, right off the top of my brain, is when I was living back home in Jamaica and needed a visa to travel to visit my family that were living in the U.S. And I remember going to the embassy for 11 years straight, every single year for 11 years. And every time I go, I was refused the visa. And I had to keep going because I needed the visa. And it was frustrating and it was a long wait, but I finally, I ended up getting it after 11 years. So that was one of my, I did not give up. So I waited my turn because it could just go once per year, and I waited my turn, and I keep going until I got through.
That reminds me of a immigration wise example. Like for me, I was transitioning from being an international student to being a green card holder. But in that
Process.
period,
Mm.
like in that waiting period, I received an what's that thing called?
It's the
Work
work permit.
work permit.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So on it, it had no reentry, so I could leave the country to go home, but I wasn't able to come back. So I had to wait about I think it was about 2 or 3 years. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but I had to wait until I got my green card so that I can actually travel again. So during that time was very challenging. It was very stressful, very frustrating, waiting for I guess the freedom to travel again.
Yeah. And another thing, sometimes we have people that we're dealing with. It can be a spouse, it can be a children, it can be co-workers, and because of the different attitudes and behavior of these people, you have to exercise patience.
Mhm.
So you can't deal with everybody the same. Some people really, they can be annoying. It can be anything, and you just need patience to deal with the situation or with the person. So it we just need to be patient in a lot of different ways. It's not just all the time waiting for something, but also to deal with everyday life.
Right, right. Another thing that comes to mind when I think of patience is the scripture that says in a portion of Romans 5 verse 3 that says knowing that tribulation worketh patience. So when I think of that, I think of the biblical example of Joseph. Like he was given a dream about being in leadership and all that stuff, and it was great. But during that time period, that during the time period that led up to that, he was thrown in jail. He was thrown in pit by his brothers and all that stuff. So he had to go through a lot of stuff just to get to that point where he was in leadership. So it's like sometimes we're going through things. We just have to stay encouraged, because what we're going through is to build up our strength, build up our patience, build up our strength in the Lord. because it can be challenging, but you know it also increases your faith. And you know, tribulation, when you Google it, the definition that comes up, the first definition that comes up when you Google it, is a cause of great trouble and suffering, which doesn't sound great. but it worketh, as the scripture says, is worketh patience. And you know, we've heard, you know, numerous times that patience is a virtue. You know, it's something that is valued, you know.
Yeah. And that you were talking about Joseph, is it said that patience help us to achieve our goals? You know, if you have something that you have a goal that you set, it helps us. If you're patient enough to go through all the process and the steps, it is helpful.
I struggle with patience, like, and I've had numerous examples, or you know, experiences, that you know would probably say, hey, haven't you gotten it yet? You know, you gotta be patient. But you know, even one of my more recent examples is like doing an application for a job, completing a job application, and kind of waiting, like, oh, are they gonna give me a call for an interview? And then you get the interview and you're like, oh, okay, when are they gonna make a decision? Like, are they gonna reject me? Are they gonna you know, move me forward with the interview process or the hiring process? So there are different levels in life, different situations that just kind of comes to try your patience.
Yes, that's true. It is, you know, it is very, very, very important. It's a fruit of the Spirit. And we need to, you know, have these kind of, especially as Christians, we should be patient. I have learned to be patient over the years. I have a grandson that has autism and ADHD, and you know, he's very busy. He's a very busy guy. But I tell you something, he teaches me that how to be patient. And it's you know, it's if you have to, patience comes with love as well, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're dealing with people, because you know, if you know how to love and to understand people, you'll be better able to be patient with them. You know, it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
But
a lot of people do not. Some people have to learn how to be patient. You know, by their experiences, they learn how to be patient. But it is important. It's a very helpful thing.
Yes. All right. So that's kind of our little tidbit about our experiences with patience. We just want to like continue to encourage you to, you know, be patient, stay encouraged. You know, the times we might be trying, you might be waiting for something for a long time, you know, but you know, sometimes it's not what we need to have in this very moment, you know, so we have to wait until God sees fit for us to have what we're waiting for. But yeah, that's kind of all we kind of want to share for you today. You have anything else to add before we go?
Just to say, you know, pray. If it is something that you're struggling with, you can pray and ask God to help you to deal with the situation and to be more patient. He will.
Yes, definitely being prayerful while you're waiting can, you know, it helps. It either shifts your thought process, or you know, God might reveal to you that, you know, just be prayerful, just be you know, patient during that process. But yeah, that's kind of it that we have for now. Again, be blessed, stay encouraged. Hope you like this video, share, subscribe, tell a friend to subscribe, and you'll be hearing more from us. Yes. All right. God bless. Have a good one.
Bye.